Just when you thought you'd heard everything there is to know about traffic tickets, this violation may be the first of its kind. Cops have ticketed a woman for driving with glasses. Google glasses, not your standard eyewear. Google glasses. They're kind of heavy. It's one of the tech giant's latest inventions that folks are testing out these days. Google Glass is essentially a computer that you wear on your face. It lets users take pictures, record videos, surf the internet, pretty much like a hands-free smartphone right on your eye line there. The woman says an officer pulled her over for speeding, but also gave her a ticket for sporting these new high-tech specs. The official charge reads, driving with monitor visible to driver, and then in parentheses it notes Google Glass. According to California law, drivers cannot have certain video screens in the front seat. Of course, GPS devices are fine, but it seems Google Glass not so much. We reached out to Google about this incident. A Google Glass spokesperson responded with a statement stating in part that people should, quote, use Glass responsibly and put their safety and the safety of others first. More broadly, Glass is built to connect you more with the world around you, not distract you from it. With us now, the criminal defense attorney, Drew Findling, who's live with us in Atlanta. I've never worn these things before, Drew, and at first glance, they're, I don't know, they're a little annoying. But I don't think there's a law against this yet, is there?
I mean, let me tell you something, Shep. Just
really
when you
goofy.
think nothing new is going to come along, here we go. And you know what? You start saying this is not going to work, but then again, who thought a car phone, a cell phone, Facebook, Twitter, any of these things would work? So here's the next thing in the future. The problem is that the law really, 27602, the California law involved here, really doesn't apply to this. It doesn't contemplate this. It was enacted in 2011. It doesn't even take into consideration your iPad. I use my iPad for navigation. I don't even use my navigation system because I love listening to Siri. She tells me everything to do. But according to that law, if I bring her to the front seat with me and she's telling me what to do, I can get a traffic ticket. The statute clearly is not keeping up, as many statutes across the country aren't keeping up with technology. I think eventually you're going to see this ticket dismissed. Now, all that being said, I've watched the videos of this device, and it's clearly distracting as texting when driving.
Well, I'm sure it can be, but the thing about Google Glass is it sort of sits up above your eye line. For instance, on your car, you might have a heads-up display. You know what I'm talking about? It'll give you the miles per hour, maybe the temperature outside, where you're supposed to take the next right or whatever. If you stare at it all the time and don't take your eyes off it, chances are you're going to wreck. That's the same thing with this thing. It's way up here. If I'm just looking at the road, I mean, it's there, but I don't know.
Well, exactly. And the other thing, though, is if you're going to do a Google search, if you're going to use the search engine, you have to look down, which when I watched the video,
but I can do a Google search in my car.
Distracting.
That's not illegal. Texting is illegal. I can do a Google search off my iPhone if I want to.
Well, technically you can, but I will tell you that according to the California statute, that might be considered a violation. The problem is that everything is changing literally weekly when it comes to technology, and the law just can't stay up with it quick enough because our legislatures are so distracted by all the other junk that they argue over. They're not keeping up with these kind of issues, which change constantly.
Right. Well, I think this would make a good teleprompter, except I would always have to be looking up, which would be very distracting. I don't know. All right, Drew, think of something else to ticket us for and give us a ring, would you?
Thanks, Shep. See you, man.
Yep, good to see you. All right, the parents of